Hi, I'm Willemijn Laan of House of Ladypreneurs. This week we will talk about how to reach your audience when you're a freelancer or a small business owner, and how and in what way you can show yourself and your brand to the world. Because I think it's extremely important not to just only gather information and knowledge around your products and services, but also to really invest time and energy in how you can make your business successful in a way that you want it to be. And that's why I would like to introduce you to the world of marketing. And what is it? How can you use it when you are a freelancer or a small business owner and you just want to connect with people and really make an impact? Because as a freelancer or small business owner, you probably don't have like a very large budget. Usually we start with having little or even no marketing budget, and that's how I started too. But of course you want to still be visible, and you want to reach your audience, reach your target group. And I actually studied marketing, and I worked in advertising agencies and in marketing and communication departments of large corporate companies for over 6 years. And I was used to working with large budgets and for large companies, making TV commercials, billboards, internet banners, and so on. But it was only when I started my own business when I really started to understand what marketing is actually all about. And I had to figure out a whole new way of connecting with people. Because I didn't have any money to spend on advertising or expensive TV commercials like big brands are doing. It was amazing to find ways to reach our audience with just a tiny little budget of, I think, around €100 max a month. So, and because you probably don't have the same passion for marketing as I have, and you just want to know what to do quick and dirty, I have made this episode for you. So let me first give you a definition of what marketing actually is, and the definition that I love most. Marketing means that you show the world what value your product or service has to offer, and you let your audience see, hear, and or feel what your brand, your product, or your service is all about. And while doing that, you keep your audience needs and desires in mind. So you want to show your brand, let them feel, let them see what your brand and product is all about, and keep them in mind, keep your audience in mind. And then there's something that I call marketing with soul, because we as women often find it difficult to do marketing because we don't want to be pushy or intrusive, and we are afraid that people don't want to see what we have to offer, and therefore maybe even react negatively when we do show ourselves. So that's why I really love the term marketing with soul. Imagine like marketing that just feels good and something that serves your audience in a meaningful way, and marketing that just helps your future clients and fans to change their lives, to make steps in their life and health and connection with themselves or with others, and other things that they strive for. So this is what I call marketing with soul, and this is definitely possible if you tell your story from your own passion and purpose combined with the desires of your clients. I will explain to you in this episode how you can reach that and how you can create marketing with soul from your business. And for this episode, it can be very handy to have pen and paper close, because I will give you 9 steps to make a simple start. Step number 1, always communicate with your audience in mind. This is almost too obvious, but many still forget to really determine who their target audience is. And even for me, this is a task that I like to procrastinate. But when you really know who your audience is and who your clients are, the better you can serve them, and the more likely they'll come back to you. And almost everything within your company starts with knowing who your customers are. So once you've done this exercise, the rest will also be a lot easier, and you will have more focus and grip on where your company is going. So you can determine your target group by writing down the answers to a couple of questions, and I will give them to you. First, you want to determine what your customers want. What do they love? What hobbies do they have? You can press pause, by the way, and write it down while you're watching this. What are their desires? For example, do they want more peace? Do they want more adventure? And how does your business or your service or product make people feel? Do they feel more loved? Do they feel more at ease? What kind of problem does it solve for them? And what do your clients, your prospects struggle with? What are their hopes and dreams? Who will your clients become as the result of a positive impact of your product, for example? Will they be more happy? Will they have better family lives? Other questions are they men? Are they women? Are they both? Are there none? Do they have children? What is their age? Where do they live? Those are all very important. It's very important information that gives you more focus on what it is that your product and service and communication needs to meet. So your audience also determines, into a large extent, how your communication about your products and services should be to the outside world. Because when you know who your audience is, the better you can communicate with them, the better you will connect with them. Because whatever you're selling, people want products and services that really fit them. And there is always a brand or product that suits some and doesn't suit others. So to know if your brand is interesting for your audience or not, they need to know what you have to offer. And they need to know why this is helping them. And that's what you can determine by really writing down who your audience is. And also they need to know in what way your business is really unique compared to your competition. And that's where step number 2 comes in, because you want to determine what are your unique selling points. What makes your business different from anywhere else? Do you have, for example, a specific product? Do you have a unique vision that is really different from others? For example, with products, maybe you have a cupcake shop and you only sell cupcakes, and maybe the cupcakes are even only vegan or by more in the healthy way, maybe without sugar. Or you can determine what makes you really, really different from others and write it down. What is your number 1 USP, unique selling point, or maybe even your number 1, 2, and 3 could also be. Then step 3. What are your biggest passions or topics you are interested in that relate best to your business and to your audience? So have a look back at the first steps and then really determine and look at yourself as an expert, and on what topics do you want your audience to know you are an expert. Press pause and write it down if you need to. Step 4, how can you best reach your audience? Where are they? Do they go to specific live events or maybe online events? Do they use Instagram or do they prefer LinkedIn, for example? So determine where you can best reach your audience. And then to really combine all of these things, you want to find ways and tools that you can use to communicate. This is step 5. So what tools can you use to communicate about these passions, these transformations for your your passions, transformations you offer for your clients, your USPs, and how can you inspire your audience with your passions. So keep your answers of with how you can best reach your audience in mind, and think of ways to really connect with them. For example, you can start writing blog posts. You can maybe post inspirational quotes on social media. You can speak at live events or maybe online events. You can make videos. You can go on Facebook and do a live video thing. You can make podcasts, or maybe even share interesting posts and articles from others. So how can you really inspire them, and in what tools can you use to reach your audience? Then we go over to step number 6. This is a fun one because I like this one, because how can you really surprise your audience? Surprising your audience can be a fun way to really make them connect with you, and also to have like a unique experience with you and your business. And having a unique experience and maybe a fun and memorable experience will more likely be shared with their family and friends. So what kind of surprises can you think about that will give your audience a smile on their face and make it worth talking about you with their friends? You can think about things like sending them a postcard, for example. If you haven't seen a client for a while, you can send them a postcard with like, how are you, or an email, or you can think of something else. You can think of wrapping your products like really beautifully. You can think of always give away samples, for example, of your new products if you have them in your store. If you are a yoga teacher, for example, maybe you can bring in your guitar and play live music at the end of your class. This will give your clients a really different experience from all other classes that they take. So think of ways, fun ways or small ways. It doesn't have to cost anything. What do you have to offer that will give just that little bit of extra? Step number 7, be as clear as you can be. Wherever you are communicating, always be super, and I mean really super clear on what you want your audience to do. This is really serving you, but also definitely your clients, because people are usually very impatient and only take just a few seconds to determine if they see what they are looking for. If not, chances are huge you lose them. So if you want them to go to your website and fill in their email address, and then tell them. And also tell them exactly where to click. Don't assume people will know where to click, because a part of them will really not find it unless you clearly tell them with a big button or an arrow or something. So think of ways to really be clear on how you communicate, and really tell people if you want them to click on a link and go to your website, for example. If you have a post on social media with a specific offer in it, always put your link in there to your website, to your web shop, or wherever you want them to go, and tell them, click here for more information. Please do. It will help you. It will help your customers and your clients, and it will help your sales as well. So in this same category, we go to step number 8, because we want to determine what the most common things are your audience is looking for or has the most questions about within your business. For example, when a person is looking for a yoga class, the first thing they want to find is a schedule, for example, and probably the cost per class or membership. If they cannot find this, then you will probably lose this client. So pause this video or this episode and really think about the things that your clients, your prospects are most likely looking for when they go to your website. Are they looking for your web shop? Are they looking for your class schedule? Are they looking for prices? And write it down. So what are the most common questions your clients have that you know of? Then step number 9, and the last one for this episode, is look at all your communication that you do, your website, your flyers, your email, your socials, etc., and try to look at it from a third person's eye. Is everything clear? What can you change to make it more clear? And is that schedule, is that on your website? Can you find it immediately? Is it like clear in your face? Is your the link to your promotion? Did you put that in your social media post? If not, really change it. Go over all your communication and really look at why you are having that tool, that website, that page, and what the purpose is and what you want your audience to do with it. And have a look at that, and really it will help you. I promise. It's very simple, but it's very effective. Okay, thank you for being with me today. If you want to know more about marketing or running a business that that you'll love, please download my free challenges and guides from my website, houseofladypreneurs.com. And do you like this video or have any questions? Please also leave a comment below. Thank you.